Bergen, Norway's unofficial cultural capital and gateway to the fjords. If there is one Norwegian city you manage to fit into your itinerary, it probably needs to be Bergen. In this comprehensive city guide, I'll take you on a tour of the most important sites and landmarks that you don't want to miss in Bergen, and give you some additional tips on times to visit, transport, accommodation, budget, safety, and more to make the most out of your visit. With a population of close to 300,000, Bergen is Norway's second largest city and primary access point to all of Western Norway. And yes, Bergen is undoubtedly known for its nearby fjords and mountains, but within its city limits are many fascinating historical attractions to explore. If you haven't seen it yet, also make sure to check out my full Norway documentary series and other city guides in Norway and Scandinavia, and subscribe to my channel for more useful travel content. But now, let's get to my top 10 sites and explore the very best of Bergen. A natural starting point of a tour through the city might be the Lille Lungegardsvannet, the picturesque central artificial lake that is framed by important art museums and flamboyant historical buildings. Wander around the lake, sit on one of the many park benches to soak in the atmosphere, and watch the ducks take a swim in the shallow waters. Strolling along the lake, you will already spot the Kode museums, which manage effortlessly to cement Bergen's reputation as a hotspot for the arts. Especially the Bergen Kunsthall and the Rasmus Meyer art gallery feature impressive collections with both Norwegian and international artists on display. If you missed the Munch Museum in Oslo, this might be your best bet to see more from the famous Norwegian painter. There is so much to see that you will likely end up spending several hours wandering through the various museums, for which entrance is included in one ticket. From there, let's continue our walk to the main pedestrian zone, which is lined with all the major shops one can expect in a larger city like Bergen. One of many highlights is the Sailors' Monument that gives homage to the nautical heritage of the city. Just a short walk down from the pedestrian zone, you will find the famous seafood and fish market, a small but vibrant open-air market in which colorful stalls offer a variety of culinary delights. The seafood and fish market sits right at the entrance of the harbor area, which offers great panoramic views across the harbor bay. Just behind the fish market, you will already spot one of the perhaps most popular postcard motifs, the traditional, colorful, somewhat slanted Bryggen wood houses that line the harbor on the far end. Bergen was founded around the year 1000, and in the Middle Ages, Bryggen was a busy and lively center for international trade. Bryggen is Norwegian for the wharf, and the famous row of houses is a reminder of Bergen as one of the oldest major trading posts of Northern Europe. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the colorful appearance today stems from the time after the fire in 1702. But the original, compact medieval urban structure is preserved with its long narrow rows of buildings facing the harbor, separated by narrow wooden passages. Behind the Bryggen houses, the impressive Bergenhus fortress marks another must-see landmark in Bergen. Bergenhus is one of the oldest and best preserved stone fortifications in Norway. It was built in 1261 to protect the entrance to the port of Bergen and has a long history as a royal seat. The main building, Kunsthall, was built in the mid-1200s by King Håkon Håkonsson as a royal residence and banquet hall. It is the only surviving part of the royal palace today. Not too far away lies the station of Floibanen Funicular, another popular attraction in Bergen. The Funicular offers a scenic ride to the top of Mount Floibanen and operates regularly from the city centre to the panoramic views of Bergen and its surroundings. Bergen Cathedral, known in Norwegian as Bergen Domkirke, holds a significant place in Norway's ecclesiastical and cultural history. Originally established in the 12th century, the cathedral has undergone numerous transformations and reconstructions over its long history, reflecting the various architectural styles and historical periods through which it has existed. The cathedral exhibits features typical of Gothic architecture, such as pointed arches, ribbed walls, and tall windows. Its exterior and interior have been maintained and restored to reflect the medieval heritage, offering visitors a glimpse into the past. Another landmark that I highly recommend is the Leprosy Museum. This museum is housed in the original 18th century building of St. George's Hospital, a preserved hospital complex that was once used to house lepers and where Dr. Amar Hansen discovered the leprosy bacteria in 1873. Due to his important contributions, the disease is now also known as Hansen's disease. It is a chronic bacterial infection that affects the skin and nervous system, and if not treated, leads to terrible disfiguration of the body and face. The museum provides a fantastic insight into Norway's history of leprosy and the struggle to overcome the disease and related stigma. While leprosy is fully curable today with simple antibiotics, more than 200,000 new cases are reported each year according to the World Health Organization. It is more common in tropical and subtropical areas, with the most cases occurring in Southeast Asia. But the disease is also endemic in regions of Africa, South America, and Asia. This small museum and its simple yet powerful exhibitions left a lasting impression on me. Definitely check it out when in Bergen. Beyond the central area of Bergen's Old Town, the residential neighborhoods and streets are also worth checking out. I chose to stay in one of the modern apartment buildings during my visit and enjoyed exploring the local atmosphere away from the touristic landmarks. Also make sure to pay attention to the many beautiful murals and street art you find throughout Bergen. There is much to discover in the most unexpected places in Norway's cultural capital. If you have some time, make sure to pay a visit to Fantoft Stave Church, located in the outskirts of Bergen on the surrounding hills between the city and the airport. The medieval wooden church is notable for both its architectural significance and its tumultuous history. Originally built in Fortun in Sogn around the 12th century, the church was moved to Fantoft in 1883 to preserve it from demolition, a fate that many stave churches faced as they were replaced by newer structures or fell into disrepair. Characterized by its wooden construction with post and lintel design, steep roofs, and intricate carvings, the church has its origins in the Viking Age and Christian Middle Ages. The design of Fantoft Stave Church, with its central nave surrounded by an ambulatory, is particularly representative of this ancient style. The church features elaborate carvings that include pagan Viking symbols as well as Christian motifs. reflecting the transitional period in Norway from paganism to Christianity. These carvings are not only artistic achievements, but also provide insights into the cultural and religious beliefs of the time. The location of the church could not have been chosen more appropriately. It stands on an open space surrounded by thick lush green forest that frame the scenery in a fairy tale-like setting. So these are my tips for must-see landmarks in Bergen. But let's get into some more recommendations for planning a visit here. When is the best time to visit Bergen? Well, the best time to visit Bergen naturally depends on your preferences and what you want to experience. I scheduled my visit in the month of August, but each season will have its charm. The summer months, however, offer the warmest and most pleasant weather in Bergen, with temperatures ranging from 12 to 20 degrees Celsius or about 54 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit on average. Days are long, with extended daylight hours, allowing for more time to explore the city and its surroundings. Just keep in mind that Bergen is a popular tourist destination in summer, so expect larger crowds and higher prices for accommodations and attractions. If you're flexible, consider the shoulder seasons of spring and fall, which offer a balance between fewer tourists, lower prices, and relatively mild weather. How to get to Bergen? Well, the most common ways to get to Bergen are via air, road and rail, but you may also be part of a cruise that makes a stop here. Bergen's International Airport is conveniently located in the south of the city, while the train station is very central and in walking distance to the main attractions of the city. If you come by car, note that parking can be quite expensive. If you can find an accommodation with free parking, that may be a plus. Where to stay in Bergen? Bergen offers a variety of accommodation options to suit different preferences and budgets. If budget is not a concern, you may opt to stay in one of the fancy waterfront hotels in the heart of Bergen. These hotels offer stunning views of the harbor and Bryggen, but there are also a few more budget-friendly hotel options available in the city center, offering compact and functional rooms at more affordable prices. For the best value for money and a more local experience, you may want to consider renting a private apartment or house through Airbnb or similar renting platforms. How to get around in Bergen? Getting around in Bergen is quite easy, thanks to its efficient public transportation system and relatively compact layout. Bergen city center is very pedestrian friendly, making walking one of the best ways to explore the area. But Bergen also has an extensive bus network, with routes covering the city center, suburbs and surrounding areas. Floibanen is Bergen's light rail system, providing convenient transportation between the city center, the airport and suburban areas like Fantoft and Lagunen. Consider purchasing a Bergen card or a Sky's travel card for unlimited travel on buses and Floibanen within a specified period. My favorite mode of transportation, however, are the e-scooters and bikes that can be rented for a small fee and that help to conveniently bridge the distance between the residential neighborhoods and the city center. Is Bergen expensive? Well, Bergen, like many cities in Norway, is generally considered expensive by international standards. The high cost of living, the high wages and taxes contribute to the overall higher prices for goods and services. Hotels and rental accommodations are likely the biggest cost factor, and are especially pricey during the peak tourist seasons in summer. Eating out in restaurants can also quickly become very pricey, with meals and drinks costing more compared to many other countries. To save cost, it can be a good idea to buy your own groceries and snacks in a supermarket and cook your meals in an accommodation with a kitchen facility. You don't have to buy water, as fresh tap water in Norway is safe to drink and widely available. It's noteworthy that entrance fees to museums, attractions and tours in Bergen will likely be higher compared to other destinations. So this all quickly adds up, but it's still possible to enjoy the city's attractions and experiences on a budget with some planning and smart choices. What to bring for a visit to Bergen? Well, Bergen is known for its frequent rainfall, so a waterproof and windproof jacket is essential to stay dry and comfortable. Pack clothing suitable for layering and definitely bring a warm jacket. This allows you to adjust your clothing based on changes in weather and temperature. Also consider bringing waterproof pants or quick drying trousers for outdoor activities and to stay dry in rainy weather. An umbrella or rain poncho can provide additional protection during heavy rainfall. Should you come in the colder months, make sure to pack a hat, gloves and scarf to protect against the elements. I always make sure to also bring comfortable shoes for walking and exploring the city. Depending on where you travel from, you may need a travel adapter. Norway uses Type-C and Type-F power sockets, so ensure you have the correct adapter for your electronic devices. Lastly, of course, bring your camera or smartphone for taking photos and videos of the city's scenic landmarks, and keep your electronic devices charged while on the go with a portable power bank. Depending on your national service provider's roaming plan, you may also want to get a local SIM card with sufficient data to keep you connected throughout your visit. Is Bergen safe? Yes, Bergen is generally considered a safe destination for travelers. Norway in general has low crime rates compared to many other countries, and Bergen is no exception. However, like any city, it's important to take common sense precautions to ensure your safety. Just remain vigilant and keep an eye on your belongings. And exercise caution, especially at night, and avoid poorly lit or deserted areas. So here we go. With this, I wish you a happy travel to Bergen. Please give this video a like and leave me a comment down below. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my channel to get updates on my latest travel videos and tips. And make sure to also check out my other videos on beautiful Norway and Scandinavia. And of course, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a good one.